Welcome back everybody, all of you Dota enthusiasts, to this excellent Moscow Cup. This is the Grand Finals, game number 3. Team Empire versus Power Rangers. Empire, they're ahead 2-0. The second game ended kind of retardedly. I guess the pressure of Power Rangers actually having to play in the Summit against Fnatic at the moment. And I think actually playing this third game for Power Rangers makes that game number 1 versus Fnatic will be a forfeit. So it's kind of a bad time, or bad things that times are actually overlapping. It's really bad for esports as general, but hopefully we'll get the awesome game number 3 anyway. We are of course Heflatv, my name is Coucher, and with me once again is Mito. What do you think of this upcoming game?
Well, first of all, I'm glad I can finally join this grand finals. I cannot believe I missed out the first 2 games. I caught the end of the previous game and it felt like I didn't see that much, but it seems like the Spectre was just way too fat, and Power Rangers had nothing, like no ways of dealing with it. And in this game, I felt like Power Rangers might be a little tired from playing just so many games today as well. It is pretty taxing when you're forced to play games after games after games, and you do start to lose that focus you originally had.
Yeah, that definitely is actually one point to take into consideration. This is actually the 7th game that they have to play today, but after this they have to rush to the Summit qualifier game against Fnatic. And well, I mean, Power Rangers, that's definitely a hard day for them, to say the least.
Oh dear God, still more games for them. But it's good. It's good for the fans, you know. Like, you get to see Power Rangers play game after game after game. And it seems like Team Empire, they're going to start out the draft with a Darkseer pick. And really, in this tournament, it feels like Darkseer is the #1 go-to hero. I think we've seen Darkseer in every single game that we've casted today. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think we have, for the exception of Darkseer getting banned out in the first game of this grand final.
Ah, okay. And how did the first game go? I mean, since I wasn't here, and probably some of the viewers just tuning in don't really know what happened, could you just maybe do a little recap of game 1 for us?
Well, game number 1, it was just complete dominance by Empire. Just from the first minute almost. I mean, Power Rangers, they got the first blood, but Empire, they just started coming back. They had the IO, it was combined with the Gyrocopter, and once IO hit level 6, from there on it was just over for Power Rangers.
Okay.
That's pretty much the summary. I mean, game number 1, it was a decisive victory for Team Empire, whereas game number 2, it was really close. I mean, the end GG call, like, me, myself included, as well as the entire chat, were all baffled. There was a team fight. Gyrocopter as well as Scandal on the Clinks, they were both alive for Power Rangers. They killed off the Spectre once, although the Spectre bought back and came back with the Haunt. Still the 2 cores were alive on Power Rangers, but they just called GG, I guess. The frustration of having played so much and everything got to them.
Okay. Well, now that's a pity. And I think Power Rangers, one of the big things about these professional teams, right, is they need to be mentally tough. You can't just give up right away, I would say. If you still got a chance, then you should fight for it. Or maybe Power Rangers, that's their strategy. You give up the game where you feel like it's already lost, and then you just kind of take a break, refresh a little bit, and then come back anew. And hopefully they're ready for this game. And they start out with some very strong picks, with the Balin Mental as well as Sand King. Woohoo! Finally we get to see a Sand King.
Yeah, indeed. I really thought we were going to see tons of Sand King, but this is actually the first game, I think, in this tournament we see it.
Yeah.
At least the games from what we've casted.
Yep. And right now, we already know the dual supporting that's coming out from Power Rangers. Well, Sand King can play other roles, but it's most likely going to be a support, just because he can utilize the jungle stacks so efficiently. And on a separate note, why do you think there are very few teams that run Sand King in an off lane?
Because very few teams know how strong it can be.
Because if you kind of think of it as on the same page as a Batrider, right? I mean, sure, Batrider is stronger for sure. But Sand King in the offlane, if he's got teammates stacking for him, and he has 2 escape mechanisms, he's got a Sandstorm as well as Burrow Strike. Sure, he doesn't have the high base regen like Nyx Assassin with the 2.5 regen per second, but if he can get a couple of levels, and then he can just give up the lane, go in the jungle, use the Sandstorm, farm up extremely fast.
I think it's just him reaching that level 3 when the Sandstorm would be level 2. It's because, I mean, sure, he has the escape from the Burrow Strike, but level 1 Burrow Strike, the range of it is horrible. So, I mean, unless he gets to the absolute edge of the high ground and gets to Burrow Strike into the river, it shouldn't go too good for them. Power Rangers, we see something new. They go for the Windrunner.
Ah, it's not Windrunner anymore, sadly.
Yeah, man. I knew.
Stupid
I usually say Wind Ranger, but every time I say it, the other co-casters have been bashing me because of it.
No, Windrunner. All right, permanently Windrunner. Screw Wind Ranger. It sounds so bad. I mean, his skill is called
Wind Run.
Her skill is called Wind Run.
Wind Range for the spell, it just
doesn't make sense.
Oh god. I mean, us casters can easily say it because Valve, of course, they had to change it due to Blizzard and whatnot. But I mean, everybody knows it as a Windrunner anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Necrophos, Necrolite.
Yeah, Necrophos, it just doesn't roll on the tongue, you know? It just feels so awkward.
I think Necrophos is maybe even a little bit like ominous. Just, it sounds a bit more evil, maybe even.
But
it sounds
Necrolite sounds
ancient Egyptian.
And I miss the Sentinel and Scourge too.
Oh well,
I still
yeah.
miss that. But it's okay. Getting back into the game. Wow, Tusker! I'm so happy. So I'm guessing this is going to be a support Tusker. Who do you think Tusker is going to be rolling in with, apart from the Rubik? So you roll in and immediately lift someone, or is it going to be a carry? Let's say maybe Slaughter or something that maybe the Tusker will want to roll in, or even a Juggernaut. We haven't seen Juggernaut in ages as well.
Indeed, we have not. And actually, Empire, they played the Tusk in the first game as well as a support. So I mean, it worked out pretty well for them. But I mean, snowballing, at the moment, they actually don't need it that bad to actually take heroes with them. But I guess Gyrocopter is a good enough hero. Stun them up, and when they're stunned, just start the rocket barrage.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a pretty painful combo as well. And Tusker, I mean, let's look at Tusker a little bit. I think this hero is really, really underrated as of now. I mean, I've seen teams try it a little bit here and there, but it's not like becoming something extremely popular. But apart from the Ice Shot and Snowball, which everyone knows about, Snowball, it's OP. And it's a perfect counter to Sand King as well with the Epicenter, because when you Epi in, and Tusker can just roll everyone in, and your Epicenter is complete waste. But the Sigil as well, I mean, the Sigil, it's such an amazing ability. Not only does it give you sight, its radius is 600, and it lasts for 30 seconds. And movement slow, 25%, attack slow, you get slow by 60. I mean, that's huge during the early game, especially if there's a trialing versus trialing scenario. Just even having one level in that Sigil is going to benefit your lineup a lot.
The Sigil is actually something that we didn't even get to see in game number 1 because it just ended too fast, I guess. Of course, him lacking a little bit for levels since it ended so fast and he was a support. But I mean, the Sigil definitely can be super annoying. Power Rangers, Windrun, he can catch up. Blink Dagger Sand King can also just ignore the Sigil a little bit at least, as well as the Illusion from Puck. Yeah, at least Power Rangers, they have a decent enough lineup of dealing with it.
Yeah, okay, so now I want to present a question to the viewers and to you as well. If you look at Tusker, right, Snowball, the roll speed, it's only affected by your teammates, but not affected by levels. And its scaling is not too good by any means. But is it ever worth it? Are there any scenarios where it's better to only have level 1 into Snowball and max out the other 2 skills first, would you say?
Well, I actually have to read through the skills properly then. But well, doing that at the moment gives some weird blobs and glitches for the viewers because there are little cuts in the draft screen.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the overlay.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly tell you. So the base damage for Snowball increases from 80 to 120, 160, and 200. So it's in increments of 40. Bonus damage per ally is 20, 30, 40, 50. And the bonus speed per ally, it's fixed, 75. Stun duration increases from 0.5 at level 1 all the way to 1.25. So it's very, very minimal. And the scaling is terrible. Unless you roll multiple teammates in, then the Snowball will do significantly more damage.
Well, that's something you can't really rely on. And well, the sigil actually, I think it actually might be stronger. Does the sigil's health increase as well, or is it a set amount?
I'm not too sure. Is it set? I thought sigil was like according to the number of hits. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe
Tuska's
number
not here,
of
I
hits,
know very
but
well.
if it's the same set of hits, I mean, I guess it's rather easy to bring down if you have enough ranged heroes for it.
Mm-hmm.
Although in the middle of the fight, actually the sigil in combination with the gyrocopter's cooldown, it could be sick.
Yeah, definitely could. And you have Doxia, and you have Dragon Knight now, so it's looking to be a very complete lineup from Team Empire. Power Rangers, on the other hand, I feel like they're a little bit more towards the squishy side. And how do you think they're going to lane? It's definitely going to be, what, a tri-lane Clinks, farming up the Clinks? Or are they going to go aggressive with the Wind Ranger and leave the Clinks top against the Doxia? Or how do you think they're going to lane?
Well, I think Clinks against Darkshare should
Oh, it's
be
Scandal.
fine.
Once again, we just got to look at the players, and it should be pretty clear who's going to be playing what role, right?
Well, yeah, it sure looks like it at the moment. It's lame, man. Just ruins the predictions.
Yeah, sometimes it takes away the fun of it. And I remember there was a time when Dota 2 like came out not long, where teams just started like switching their names with their own teammates or something, and then you just couldn't tell who's actually who.
Yeah,
And
epic
it does
trolling.
my fucking opponent. Yeah, yeah, good stuff.
Well, guess we should go over the lineups fast. I'll go with Empire as Vanscore will be playing the Rubik for them. Silent, of course, the carry. Up on the Gyrocopter, leaving Always Wanna Fly to play the cute little Tusk. Mid lane, Resolution, Dragon Knight, and off lane will be taken up by Mag on the Darkshare for the second game in a row.
Okay, so I'll take Power Rangers. Just before that, I just want to point out Resolution. Right now, he's going to be doing the RTZ block, so it guarantees that the one creep that usually walks towards the left side of the tower will end up walking towards the right side. And Power Rangers, quickly introducing the players. So we're going to have Moon as the Wind Ranger in an aggressive tri-lane. J4 going to be on the Sand King. F and G going to be playing as a support Bane Elemental. And mid, we have Scandal on the Clinks. He has like the highest win rate, or second highest win rate on Clinks in professional Dota. So that's pretty something to look out for. And finally, we have Cheshire Cat playing as the top puck.
Well, I really thought FNG is gonna go aggressive with the haste rune, just nightmare somebody up and wait for the barrow strike, maybe shackle or power shot to follow. The power shot on the first level, 120 damage. A pretty decent enough nuke. Not the highest damage on level 1, but still pretty damn high. Of course, I guess Spain didn't really want to use his mana like that. I mean, they even used the ice shards by Always Wanna Fly beforehand already, but well, no aggression coming out. And this in this tri-lane versus tri-lane with those heroes, which tri-lane actually should have the upper hand?
It's kind of hard to say. So Wind Ranger has a better harassment range. What I really want to see is when Tusker rolls in.
Oh,
But
they go
it's-
in telekinesis ice shards at the same time though. Do they actually have enough damage? FNG has to back off. A nice barrow strike onto Always Wanna Fly. There's the power shot as well. They need a few more right clicks. Silent tries to chase, but he doesn't have the rocket barrage. He went for Flak Cannon first, and now Vanscore takes a lot of harassment as well. The power shot cooling off. It won't be enough. And well, everybody survives for Power Rangers. And Silent, he's not dealing the damage with the Flak Cannon with the Enfeeble on him.
Yeah, not only that, if you think of something else, if the Tusker ever decides to roll his teammates in, that's just going to set up the perfect stun for the Sand King as well.
Oh, God.
We'll go for a 3-man stun if that ever happens. So I don't think rolling would ever be a good idea in this case, unless they're rolling towards the Sand King.
That's actually a really nice point. I mean, Sand King really wants the heroes to be clumped up, and if they make it as easy for them with the snowball, then good for Power Rangers.
Yep, and now with the Ring of Basilius up on Moon, everyone else, they're going to get additional mana regen as well as 2 bonus armor. So things are looking pretty good for Power Rangers in this tri-lane so far. And I just want to look at how Empire going to deal with it. Are they going to just stick to the lanes, or have the supports rotate to other lanes, possibly kill Puck if the Puck accidentally uses the illusory orb at any point, and then, like, you lift him, and once the illusory orb is gone, should be an easy kill. Or even make a move on Scandal as soon as Resolution has a stun, as soon as he gets to level 4.
Well, I have no idea who should go first. Well, Empire, they actually definitely can go aggressive. Now they finally have the Rocket Barrage, which they were lacking in the first engagement. With the Rocket Barrage extra damage, they definitely could have gone for easy kills. There's the Telekinesis Ice Shards as well. The Rocket Barrage comes up, but FNG, he was able to run away because the Ice Shards, the angle they came at, it allowed FNG to escape. The Fate Bolt actually stops the Clarity at the very least. The Power Shot misses as well by Moon, and he actually doesn't have that much mana. But one really fun thing was that Always Wanna Fly, he wanted to check at the rune. FNG was there completely on top of the rune. He looked at it spawning, it was invis. And the Bane, for some reason, I guess he wanted to leave it to Scandal maybe, for him to bottle it up. But just as FNG ran away, Always Wanna Fly came in and took it.
Unfortunate, but nonetheless, Power Ranger, they're gonna walk away just fine. They are getting harassed with the flat cannon, but I mean, Bane, he's always gonna have mana to enfeeble. It's only 95 mana cost, so it's not that bad. And at top, who do you think this lane favors?
The tri lane or the top lane?
Yep.
Well, I think Cheshire Cat, he definitely should not die to the Darkshire, I think. But the Darkshire really shouldn't die in return as well, unless he completely dives the tower and tanks it up. But as we can see so far, Mag, he's getting more last hits, and as far as he actually keeps pushing out the lane like this and makes so that Cheshire Cat actually has to tank the creep waves under the tower, especially if the Ion Shell is on them, I guess Mag has a small advantage there.
Yeah, not only that, Mag, when the oh, okay, so this is really smart from Power Ranger. They block their own big camp, so Mag can't pull. Because if Mag had access to that big camp, then he would just gain so much more in this lane. So that was some great ideas from Power Rangers to block that camp.
Yeah, it's really just some heads-up play, and that's the small things you actually need to do to be able to win a lane, or at least try to have a better time in it. Because Mag, if he got the extra from that, and of course denying some XP and gold to the puck with the pulls, but Mag, he does hit. Mag hits level 6 now, gets the 1 point in vacuum, still shouldn't be able to kill Cheshire Cat, although the puck is pretty low on health already, almost down to half HP. So if he's not careful, he actually might fall, but looks like the supports from Power Rangers, they finally rotated around, leaving Moon to play the solo Windrunner on the off lane. And well, him being solo with only a level 1 Windrun, he has to stay far back just to be on the safe side.
One of the main thing is Cheshire Cat, he's level 6, and that's one of the big reasons why the Power Ranger supports are rotating in, because as soon as that Dream Core lands, that's almost a guaranteed kill. I see very little ways that Mag can get away.
Well, they placed down the ward now, and Mag, did he actually see the Sand King? I think so, or well, he actually might not have seen him. Nighttime vision, not too sure. It's pretty damn low around the Darkshire, I have to say. And now, oh, J4, he wants to go in. Mag, he's staying far enough back. He just knows what's going on.
This is just good plays from offlaners. Knowing when you need to play safe, the supports are missing on the map. You're just going to back out into the safety of your own tier 1. But imagine if it was a disruptor. Glimpse, right back.
Oh, J4, Mag, oh, he's out of position. I don't think the Burrow Strike alone will be enough. And Mag, oh god, he already used the Surge as well, J4. Burrow Strike, it would be an easy one if he only wants to go for it. Goes for it as well. There's the Illusion Orb, it doesn't actually connect, so the damage won't be there. Waning Rift is, and he's waiting for, yeah, nicely done. And there's the TP out by Mag, or no? Did he not go for the TP? Did I just imagine it?
No. He didn't go, he doesn't have a TP scroll.
It really looked for a second that he went for it, but no, really nicely done by Cheshire Cat as well, waiting for the Surge to come out before he actually Dream Coiled.
Yeah, so some great openings for Power Rangers, getting the first blood and then getting the offlaner kill. And this is pretty good for the puck, just around 400 gold away from his Blink Dagger.
That's pretty fast, to be honest, and I like the fact that he's rushing it as well.
Oh, at bottom, the Wind Ranger's in so much trouble.
Well, Snowball, Ice Shard, and of course Rocket Barrage on top. So he does go down in the end. He's level 5. But do you think it's worth actually leaving Windrunner solo bottom with the supports rotating around?
I suppose they just wanted to rotate to guarantee the kill at top, which did happen. Wind Ranger doesn't really stand a chance against this trialing though. But with such a good start, they thought maybe it was just enough to let him solo this lane. But with the Tusker rolling in, bringing in the Gyrocopter and the Rocket Barrage, Ice Shards, it was too much to handle for Moon.
Oh, I think he's gonna go down again. Just look at the rotations, telekinesis to start things. There's the snowball from behind. Even Resolution joins the party. And I think they want to push down the tower now with it as well. They have the Elder Dragon form activated. And well, 4 heroes for it, but if they get the kill and the tower, it's definitely a worthwhile rotation.
Oh man, like, we really need to see more teams pick Tusker. This hero is just so great against heroes that lack good escape.
Yeah, it's... I mean, Tusk overall, we need to see him more. He's pretty tanky as well, in his own right. Has enough base armor 4 on level 4. Definitely not bad. Even the mana, the spells it can spam now, but J4 he wants to get in range. There's the snowball up onto FNG. Advanced score is nightmared up. There's the dream coil onto 2 as well, but the cooldown does so much damage in combination with the rocket barrage. Cheshire Cat barely still alive. Silent, he doesn't break the dream coil and he just goes down. Oh, a nice phase shift, and the others are tanking up the rocket barrage. What? Oh, FNG, he just took all the rocket barrage in his face and Cheshire Cat survived with 3 HP.
That has to be RNG, right? Because as soon as you attack, then the opponent gains vision of you. And wow, that RNG was amazing. Or either that, the fog. I don't think it would have been the fog, you know, like he attacked. So, I mean, that was some sick stuff. And he does pick up his
I
blink
was
dagger
so
now.
sure he's gonna die like 100%. Especially as Silent, he was like, yeah, I know Puck, I know you're there, I'm coming for you, but nope. I guess he was not. And like, Gyrocopter actually started right-clicking away at FNG, I think. If he would have just actually right-clicked on top of the rocket barrage, he would have gotten the kill, but oh, Scandal. He's coming in for Mag. Mag does have the surge, the right-clicks are coming in, Scandal. Oh, it's actually enough.
Yeah, Scandal hits way too hard right now. Wow. I mean, I love the new buff to Clinks. So the level 3 Death Pact, essentially, the cooldown and the duration remains the same. So you're going to permanently have that HP bonus as well as like the attack bonus. So I would say Clinks is a great hero as of now.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. I mean, in game number 1, Scandal got an extremely fast Orchid. Well, not nearly as fast as it will be in this time. Oh, there's cooldown. Once again, the kill of the Gyro, though the Dream Coil came out. And the 3-man rotation as well. I mean, Power Rangers 7-2 in the lead. It's looking pretty strong for them so far.
Yeah, the only downside to this lineup so far has been... Wait, what just happened? I hear Ice Shard.
Yeah,
but
it got phase shifted out.
Ah, okay, so it's fine. The only downside right now is Sand King doesn't have his blink, and and that's something... Oh, okay, he is gonna take that stack instead.
Oh.
A 2-stack.
I mean, not the worst case scenario for Empire, but that's just a sneaky little thing you can do, but it actually might not be enough, and yeah, Tusk is rotating in, so J4 has to make himself scarce there. Actually, still might go down. There's the Ice Shards barely off target and Burrow Strike just to ensure his escape. Well, they do escape, and Mag actually, as an offlaner, well, he was 1v1 against the Puck for most of the duration, but he's getting close to his mech as well. Around 12 to 30 minutes mech, I would guess, but oh, Scandal coming in again. They do need at least 1 stun, I think. The Shackle would be perfect for it, it's level 3 as well. The Surge comes out, and yeah, the Shackle not gonna connect because of it.
Yeah, wow, okay, so Moon isn't gonna go for a mech for his team. Which means in every single team fight that occurs from now on, with Mag already so close to that mech, that means all the team fights that follows, Empire are gonna have an additional 250 EHP over Power Rangers.
Do you think Moon should have gone for the mech as starters, or would it have been too many mana issues for him if he had face boots with the mech?
It depends. He won't have any mana issues because he's not letting the ultimate focus fire. But the difference is, if he has the Force Staff and someone rolls into you, then you can Force Staff away and you might just get out of range for the snowball. So if he does this, it means he's more of a lone ranger. He's just a lone wolf. He's just gonna be split pushing, doing his own thing most of the game. And like whenever someone's gonna get rolled,
huge double. He's going for the TP out straight away. The Burrow Strike just in time to stop it. They don't need anything more. The Illusory, just in case. I mean, it hits the creep wave as well. Oh, okay. Poor Vanscore.
Yeah, there was no way for him to get out there. But back to the question of the Wind Ranger. If he goes for the mech, that means his team is looking for clashes, and it doesn't seem like that's what they want to do right now. So the force staff is justifiable, like in the sense that he ensures his own survivability up against a role.
And like speaking of clashes, well, we actually might see one, so I have to hold my questions for after the fact. And well, they go for the ice shard, they catch FNG as well, but everybody backed off Silent, got nightmared up FNG, he gets stunned, there's Cheshire Cat, Dream Coil only onto 2, there's the snowball coming, look at that speed, oh my god, so much Berserk straight after they come out from the snowball, like you were talking about the cooldown, does hit on 3, but they lose 2 in return, actually Cheshire Cat as well as Moon, they drop low, Fate Bolt, not gonna bounce around to the heroes, and that's, well, that's Silent taken out.
Wow. Okay, so it seems like Power Rangers, they still have the upper hand in terms of team fighting. But I would argue that if they had the mech, perhaps they could have chipped away at the mid tower a little bit more. This next fight, I felt it's going to be slightly different with the mech already up on Mag.
But how well can they actually fight with Resolution's Dragon Form wearing off?
Oh, they can't really take fights. Not when the Clink still has a DD rune. Well, not anymore, but...
Oh, FNG, he goes for the Nightmare, he's buying time, Mass Steep is coming in Cheshire Cat, he doesn't have the Dream Coil, but he sure has the Silence, the right clicks coming in, but the Ice Shards actually block off Scandal from going any further, but the tower will get denied.
Wow, so this is gonna be a very fast Orchid for Scandal.
Well, is like a 3 to 4 man rotations using at least 2 DPs actually worth a deny, or?
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty good because everyone was there, you know? It's not like Empire has someone else farming away, just having a good time. Everybody was there, so I think it's acceptable. They do defend that tower and eventually deny it. And it looks like Scandal. He's going top.
Yeah,
he has
the mech is on cooldown as well.
Mech.
Another 6 seconds. He has the haste rune. Oh, go on, go for it. Don't wait for the mech to cool off then. Well, with the mech, I don't think he actually has enough damage for it. He was waiting for Moon, but... Well, he didn't know the mech was on cooldown, I guess.
Oh man, that was pretty close.
I
think he could have gone for it. I really feel like... but not with the mech, yeah. There was no way he could have killed the Doxio without the mech. And now, Mag, he sensed it. He senses the danger. And he's gonna back out.
But this is the second game in a row, Resolution playing the Dragon Knight. And he's going for the Ogre Club first, and now picked up a Claymore. So going for the Shadow Blade after the Ogre Club, I mean, just casual Ogre Club to the BKB later on. Is it actually worth it?
It all depends on what they're trying to achieve. Right now he's the frontline tanker. They're not really relying on him to deal all the damage. So he just needs raw HP. And 1500 I guess is pretty darn good for a Dragon Knight. And I'm trying to justify his build, but I still think if he should just go for whichever one he really wanted instead of like wavering between the two. But as of late, I'm not a huge fan of the Shadow Blade Dragon Knight because the efficiency of the Shadow Blade is just not comparable to say a Blink Dagger. Especially you're looking at Empire, they're more of a team fight oriented lineup.
They want to win. Scandal has the Orchid ready. Who will he pop it on? There's the Silence. Oh my god, he's under the Sentry Ward. The Fiend Script goes out onto Always Wanna Fly. A nice 2-man Berserk. Epicenter not gonna be channeled. Oh, actually finished it before the vacuum came out. But they just ran into the Sentry Ward and into 5 heroes.
Yeah, and with the mech, the damage was almost completely nullified, with the exception of the Tuska dying.
Well, I mean, Power Rangers definitely a little bit over-aggressive there. Sand King didn't have the Blink Dagger either. He maybe should have focused on that first. He was getting pretty close to it. He was only 500 gold away from it now, around 700 away. So maybe patience would have paid off.
Yeah, I think so as well. He needs that Blink Dagger real bad. Because as a Sand King, you want to be a playmaker. You want to be able to contest the opponent at each phase of the game. And it feels like Sand King, 16 minute in, only level 8, without the Blink Dagger. He's somewhat nowhere near as effective as he would have been if he picked up, say, a pre-10 minute Blink Dagger. I mean, when you're singing as a 10 minute Blink Dagger, that just goes to show how well you're doing. And your opponents at that time will not have something like Power Treads, Bracer, Ogre Club, and Shadow Blade on top. So, I don't know. I think he needs to catch up as soon as possible. But at the same time, you look at it, Wind Ranger also needs to farm. Everybody needs to farm. And you just can't have Scandal constantly wandering into the enemy jungle anymore because You know there's sentries there. There's sentries in almost every entrance of the jungle.
Yeah, really nicely done by the supports of Empire, and there's another set of sentries on Vanscore as well, so they're just prepared to take on Scandal, and that's exactly what you need to do against the Klinks as well. I mean, if the Klinks can't get the solo pickoffs, and even worse, if he goes down in in the try of actually getting the kills. So, I mean, Scandal, he isn't farming when he's trying to gank, and well, his ganks aren't successful either, so Scandal, he's not gonna get scary if he doesn't get the pickoffs or the towers.
Yeah, but at this stage, Empire is too smart for that. They're just playing 5-man Dota, and this takes away a lot of what Klinks has to offer. So what Power Rangers needs to focus on right now is taking towers, because the more towers you take, the more map control you have. And we're 18 minutes in, and this is like the first tower that Power Rangers is gonna take, and they need more towers.
Yeah, it's
Because
gonna be a
eventually,
trade as well.
yeah, I mean, its trading is not so bad for Power Rangers, because when the tier 1 towers are standing, then how is Klinks going to be able to really just go in and catch someone before the TP supports come in? And as soon as they take out all the outer towers, then the map is going to go dark, and unless you have a gem, you're not going to be able to find the Klinks most of the time. Not only that, just constantly buying so many Observer and Sentry wards will become extremely taxing on the supports. You look at, say, Vanscore right now, what does he have? All he has is a Bracer and a Magic Wand and a bunch of wards, and he is, well, about halfway to that Blink Dagger or Force Staff, whichever one he goes for, even a Ghost Scepter. But either way, wards without towers, it's a huge burden onto the supports.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, life of a support is poor as it is, so if you just have to constantly buy the sentries, maybe even dust, it really becomes taxing, like you mentioned as well. And actually, well, looks like Cheshire Cat, he's working straight towards a sheepstick, and I guess it's a smart choice as well. Maybe if they can get the sheepstick on the gyro before he activates his PKB, which he will have in 300 gold or so, it's definitely something that could be like useful for him to actually, or them, to pick off Silent before he does anything with the cooldown or the flag cannon.
Yeah. Well, now it seems like Power Rangers, they want to put pressure on the mid-tier 1. But look at the way Empire is playing right now. Because of that Klinks, right? They can never really go out by themselves before the BKBs come online. Or at least, say, the Ghost Scepters for the supports at the very least. And I don't know, where did all Vanscore's money go? It seems like he just doesn't have any money left.
Well, I guess that's because he doesn't, but oh, the blink, there's the Burrow Strike coming out, but the epicenter not channeled, a nice vacuum wall onto 3, there's the snowball coming in onto 2, Walrus punch as well. They are still alive, but the 2 supports of Power Rangers, they just fall immediately. It looked decent to begin with, but you have to channel the epicenter before going in. And
Yeah,
Cheshire Cat, he's gonna go down as well. He earned the cooldown, he actually dodges it. Can he get the blink out? And he blinks into the Roche pit, TP's out, and looks like it's gonna be successful as well.
Oh wow, that ice shots was just slightly too late. But that was one of the most awkward places that you could ever fight against a Doxia. That place where you vacuum wall, everyone's stuck in that tiny area. And it just makes easy setups for his teammates.
Yeah, and Mag, of course, he was able to get so close easily with his newly acquired Blink Dagger. And he made good work of it as well. And, well, Power Rangers, they can't really defend this tier 2 now. Or will they? The Burst Strike goes out, but they do kill off Windrunner already. And now Vanscore, he's silenced up, but there's the snowball into Scandal. He's trying to skeleton walk away, one more right click, he goes down. And Resolution with the double damage. Way too much coming out. He even splashes with the level 2 dragon form. And, well, Moon, the only survivor, I guess Sand King survived as well. But in the end, it's going horrible for Power Rangers.
I feel like the difference is the mech.
They're gonna kill J4 as well, another call down. Well, the mech definitely did make the difference there. Otherwise, Empire maybe would have started backing off at some point, but the mech extra heal, I mean, even if they wouldn't have gone down to 0 anyway, already them backing off, leaving Power Rangers to maybe chase and get a few more pickups, or pickoffs.
And I feel Wind Ranger, this hero, in this game you can kind of see why it has fallen off. It just doesn't have that much to offer compared to some of the very common heroes that we see in the current meta. I hate to use the word meta because I feel like every team has their own unique style, and you should never just look at the pros and just go with what they're rolling. But Wind Ranger, I felt like, at least in this game, it hasn't really found its place, and it just didn't work well in conjunction with the rest of the lineup. Especially not going for the mech. I felt it just
Oh,
doesn't
FNG,
quite work.
he's going for the worst, but Vanscore finds him. FNG, can he actually escape? He doesn't have a TP either. Oh, he's gonna run into Resolution, who has an Invis rune. Bye bye, Bane. Or no. Resolution just scouting things out. Actually, it might be a smart choice. J4 is close by as well, as is Windrunner. Oh, they pop down the sentry, but immediate Dragon Tail by Resolution. That reaction.
Yeah, smart plays from both sides. FNG dropping that sentry ward, it sees the Dragon Knight, and Resolution, he must have checked the items on FNG. As soon as he saw the sentry drop, instant stun, run away.
That was just incredible reactions. I mean, most players, or at least non-pro players, they wouldn't even think of checking the inventory like that, or at least checking it constantly.
Yeah. Oh, so things, I guess it's time for us to look at the gold graph and XP graph a little bit more. Wow, XP. Wow, it was that much in favor of Power Rangers at a certain point.
Oh, they go in. There's a nice force step onto Mundo. He gets out of the snowball, but there's the vacuum onto 3. No wall. There's the epicenter barrel strike onto 2. Resolution goes down together with Always Wanna Fly. They're going on Vanscore next. Is silenced up. The cooldown actually will stop them, and Silent comes in finally, dishing out the damage. PKB activated. Oh my god. The Rocket Barrage Cheshire Cat getting Fiend Script as well. This looked so good for Power Rangers, but suddenly it's horrible. Surge up onto Mag himself. There's a Fate Bolt as well, Mag. He only needs 1 second, 1 tick of the Ion Shell, and that's gonna be enough. Oh, Moon, smart plays. But in the end, Mag chases him down with the Blink Dagger.
Man, I just feel like if they had the mech, I don't know, the more I think about it, it just feels like that mech would have made a difference between Scandal and Silent dying. It came down to that, honestly. It was way too close for comfort, but ultimately...
Oh, they find FNG as well, my god. Mag, he doesn't have any mana, but FNG boxed in. Even the creeps come in to help box him. And actually, Vanscore, he stole the Fiend Script in the middle of it and used it on the puck as well in the fight, so... Of course, you can't really avoid having your Fiend Script stolen because it's a channel spell.
Yeah, and just now FNG was surrounded by love. That's all I can say. And Vanscore, he finally gets his Blink Dagger as well. So Team Empire, the team fight items are looking more and more complete. Tusker is pretty much the only guy who's still running around raw with just a Urn and Arcane Boots. But I mean, Urn is already like a mini mech. And let's see, do they even have an Urn on the side of Power Rangers? I feel like Power Rangers, they've been taking team fights after team fights without team items. And that's hurting them a lot.
Yeah, they don't even have that massive of a team fight. I mean, sure, the Puck as well as the Sand King, they do really nice in team fights, but Klinks, just single target oriented. Wind Ranger, well, can maybe shackle shot somebody, but so far actually, maybe I've just missed them, but I haven't seen the shackle shot in action at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen it land a single time on 2 heroes. When you play Wind Ranger, that's one of the core things that you gotta be able to do. I would say, I mean, if you're looking for positioning items, even the Blink Dagger would have been better than the Force Staff. Then at least you can set up the 2-man shackle, and perhaps the setup will be enough for your teammates.
Well, at least Scandal, or rather Cheshire Cat, gets the tier 1 tower top. I really felt like Puck, mid lane, Scandal, but of course that's not the case for this game. And the Moon, he gets stunned, Resolution comes in from behind, and no Force Staff will save him if you're just completely stun locked. Level 4 Dragon Tail, 3.75 seconds I think, no 3.25. But still, man, Empire, if you look at the scoreboard, 18-15, at some point in time, it was 2-7 in favor of Power Rangers.
Yeah, but
look at J4.
J4,
he has the
yeah.
level 2 epicenter. I mean, this might be what they need, but they still don't have the mech you were talking about. And without the mech, like you said, no teamfight items, no PKBs either. I mean, Empire, they have a lot of magic damage going for them.
Wow, and that tier 3 falls completely unanswered. And now we have the Frozen Sigil, which has 12 HP, just coming online.
Well, J4 can't really go even in because Empire are so far in the base, so his blink, it doesn't reach far enough. They have to give away the Rex. I mean, oh, Moon comes in as well. He uses the wind on immediately. Cheshire Cat goes down. There's the snowball into Moon as well. Walrus Punch to get the kill. Buyback by Cheshire Cat. Scandal. He gets Fiend Script up once again by Vanscore. The wall gets deployed. 4 heroes down. The buyback by Cheshire Cat. I mean, it's too late, and yeah, Power Rangers, they're forced to GG out.
And we have a winner.
I mean, I really thought Power Rangers, they were looking so good, but I guess some pressure of trying to organize the things with the summit, as well as of course having played 7 games now in a row pretty much, it definitely took its toll on Power Rangers because they looked so good against Oslicky as well as Virtus Pro.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They had the early game advantage, but Empire, with their experience, just played 5-man Dota, and they had the stronger team fight at the 12-minute mark as soon as that Darkseid had the mech. And it felt like after that, Power Rangers, whenever Klinks went into jungle, they had the sentries and they had the players waiting there for him, and he was just constantly walking to a trap. And I guess that's how the game went, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Power Rangers, they were just unable to find the pickoffs. Empire, they fell a little bit behind early, but since they just 5-man and always stood close enough to help somebody out if Scandal found the initiation, and of course the early mech by Mag as well, just giving them the edge in the team fights.
Wow, so that's the end of the entire tournament, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing the end, to be honest. Was really hoping for a little bit more in the grand final, but Empire, they just showed their dominance, especially in the CIS scene. And, well, they've definitely earned their direct invite to TI, I think. They're just such a strong team in this current year, 2014.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But Power Rangers, on their good days, they can just about defeat any team in the scene. And it's unfortunate that they had to play so many games today, as well as just having the schedule conflict. I bet all of these things just kind of disrupts the way they think, I guess. And they are under a lot of pressure. And so I don't know.
Well, I guess that's just life. Really unfortunate, but that's how it ends, and that's it for us as well, I think. I'm not too sure, I'm gonna have to check the schedule, maybe some JD games coming up, but this is definitely it for excellent Moscow Cup. Empire, strong showing in the grand final, of course, 3-0 victory for them, $20,000, maybe a little bit more even for them. And thank you all for tuning in. Hope it was awesome for you as well as us, of course. For us it was definitely awesome. And if you liked what we did, be sure to follow us on Twitch, on our Facebook, Twitter, check our VODs on YouTube as well. We upload them as fast as humanly possible, which is usually around 1 hour after the games actually finish. So yeah, thanks once again for tuning in. Thank you for co-casting with me, Mito. Always a pleasure, and any parting words?
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, please continue to support us.
Yeah, I guess that wraps it out. Just a couple of songs as I check out the schedule to see if maybe we even have something more to